stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only to find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rebels offense will get the first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front 7. And linebackers that can play downhill, not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. Caught over the middle. It's Odom. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Rebels have this offense rolling. To throw, it's Reed. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
He'll pull it down. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jeff.
Oh, he's got some space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Lost to throw again. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to throw, it's Reed. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Fitted in the window for the score.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throw.
There he goes! And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Power football with the run. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Trying play action. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air, it's Carr. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bradley. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's in open space downfield. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right, man. You got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the others.
It's a seam wide open. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. Fourth down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to from the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a...
Touchdown, Ole Miss! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3's coming soon.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Hunt is on its way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Reed. Got a man, it's Odom.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Cal is running away with this one thanks to an offense that has not been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 18 over Stanford. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Send the tight end in motion. The play-action fake. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Back to pass, it's Carr. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
And they did tack on the extra point. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner is stopped. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash. A 34-yard attempt coming. Good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends.
Gets away from one. He's got space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play. And here they come again. Got it in the middle. It's Williams.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Carr. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Gonna let it fly, and he's got it at the 15-yard line. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. And that's going to tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Caught behind the line, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket breaking down. It's a fumble on the play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Toss to the outside. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now they take the lead. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to pass, it's Reed. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Grabbed behind the line. It's Odom. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He sends 3 receivers right. Maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. He'll keep it himself. Quarterback gets past the marker. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the 1st down.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. The give as they work on that clock. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Rides the back and leaves it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So the defense trying to protect the lead, but they could also put a punctuation mark on this thing and end it with a big turnover. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Reed. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Got it, looking for the first down. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field.
For a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese David.